First things first, what exactly are you valuing here? Are you just looking at the real estate, the business operations, or both? Usually there are two parts to consider. The real estate, which covers the building, land, and any renovations or upgrades. And then there's the business, which is where everything comes to life. The residents, revenue, and all the goodwill that keeps things running. If you're buying or selling the whole package, you'll definitely want to look at both pieces. So let's dive in. Let's start with the real estate value. First, you'll want to figure out what the fair market value of the property is in itself. One way to do this is by using a comparative market analysis. This means checking out other sales of similar properties nearby. A local real estate agent or appraiser can absolutely help you with this. Another method is replacement cost, where you think about how much it would cost for you to rebuild or replicate the property, because you probably made some renovations now that it's a residential assisted living. For an RAL, keep in mind it might be worth more than a regular home, since likely you've done those modifications like ramps, wide hallways, safety features that have been installed. So that's worth something. Now, let's talk about the business side of things. Start with revenue. How much is the business making every month or year? This includes residents' fees, grants, and any other income. Then look at the expenses. What does it cost to run the business? Things like staff salaries, utilities, food, insurance, maintenance, you name it. From there, you'll calculate the net operating income, which is basically your profit before taxes and debt payments. The higher the NOI, the more valuable the business is. If the financials aren't clearly documented, that's a huge red flag, okay? So be sure to ask for detailed records to make sure everything adds up. And if you are not detailing out every money in, money out, yikes, get on it now. Paper businesses don't have much of a value. I personally have helped people buy and sell RALs all across the country. I actually made a course for real estate agents to learn how to properly value these homes. But one of the biggest things I notice is that people don't know the first thing about RAL when they get started. So I made this video right here on YouTube breaking down the myths and misconceptions in the industry. Check it out before you go any further. A common way some people in the industry will value an assisted living business is by using industry multiples. Here's the deal. They'll say, okay, let's do a base value of $100,000 plus a multiple of 5 or 10 per bed. And when you ask where they came up with this, they literally will say they pulled it from air. It's completely made up. Oh, you do not use this method, okay? Do not use what the big boxes use either, which is saying, hey, we'll pay up to $300,000 per bed for your 10 beds. So we'll pay $3 million. That's what big boxes do. They're buying 100 beds, 300 beds, and that's how they evaluate it, not for us in the residential game. Keep in mind, when you're buying a business, you're buying the occupancy, so that's a huge factor. A facility that's 90% full is definitely more valuable than one that's half empty. If occupancy rates are low, try to figure out why. Is it poor marketing, bad reviews, or maybe there are just too many similar facilities around? Basically, the lower the occupancy, the less you're paying for that business, since the business is filled beds. Without them, you're not buying anything, just the real estate. The correct way to value these is by using the IBIDA. You will pay the real estate value plus 2 to 5 times the IBIDA. If you're selling, obviously you want to sell for 4 to 5 times, and if you're buying, you're going to want to buy for 2 to 3 times, but it's always worth what someone is willing to pay. And if you're buying one of these existing RALs, then there's still a lot left to learn. You also want to think about the growth potential. Is there room to add more residents? Could you expand services, add memory care or respite care? Are there opportunities to improve marketing and fill up the rooms even more? Maybe it's a business with a lot of room to grow, and that is actually usually worth more. One of our students bought an existing home and increased the rates from $3,500 a month per resident up to $7,500 per month per resident because he knew what to do, where to improve things, and what would add the most value. His education started at the Residential Assisted Living Academy, and he thanks us every day for the things we've taught him that rocketed his business to new levels. Before we go, listen. If you're buying an existing RAL, don't forget about the intangibles. How does this place feel? Is it warm? Is it inviting? Are the residents happy? Does it feel like a home rather than just a facility? These things matter more than you might think, especially for potential buyers and investors. Keep learning with us on this next video right here on YouTube. I'll see you there.